بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم. Welcome my dear students. We are going to have a writing class today, and this writing is going to be on page 42 to 44 of your students' books. Let's get started. Starting with this exercise on page 42, writing. Think about the most important places in Saudi Arabia. What are these places or sites, and why are they significant? Why should a tourist visit them? What does Saudi Arabia have to offer visitors that is unique or special? And how does the country welcome and look after its visitors? All I just want to say is, before you set out to do a writing activity, you have to plan in advance. Planning your writing means planning your ideas, so that when you start writing, you write your paragraph or write your letter in a logical arrangement, so that your readers can follow you. Well, as an example, we have chosen an important site to write about in Saudi Arabia. And before we write, we can have a table like this. Here, write a letter to your friend from Britain who has never been to Saudi Arabia about a place in your country that you plan to visit. Research and collect information. Yeah. Okay. So, have a look at this table. Before we set out to write, we need to gather some information online. We need to verify our information and arrange our ideas in this way. Reasons why it is important. Here in this activity, we have chosen, the Farasan Islands. So, yeah, reasons why the Farasan Islands are important, things to do there, and examples and details from your research, from the information we've researched. Okay, as you can see at the very right corner, or the very left rather corner of the table, we've got pristine area, rich of coral reefs, birds and animal species, historic background, things to do in Farasan Islands. What can we do there? Can we go hiking? Yes, we can. Can we enjoy swimming? Of course. Scuba diving to see the coral reefs and the varied marine sea life underwater. And examples and supporting ideas, like tourists visit the islands every year to enjoy the pristine beaches and the plethora of wild and marine life. As you know, that we write a topic sentence, and each and every sentence that comes after is either an example of what we say or a supporting idea, so that your reader can follow you quite well and can grasp the topic you're talking about. If we have a look here, when you write an informal letter, open in a friendly way, that is to say, dear, and you name your friend. Okay, when you're giving news such as an upcoming trip you will take, give as many details. That is what is all writing about, especially if it is descriptive writing. We note down our feelings, expectations, assumptions, questions, and doubts. So it is an informal letter. We have to use lots of adjectives and lots of describing sentences. Our letter to our friend Dave from Britain can sound like this. Dear Dave, how are you? I hope that you and your family are well. So we are asking about his well-being. I'm writing to tell you about one of the most important tourist sites in Saudi Arabia, Farasan Islands. Farasan Islands are an archipelago of 84 islands made of coral reefs, located about 40 kilometers offshore the city of Jazan. With its pristine beaches, its crystal clear waters, and its rich land and underwater wildlife, it is a peerless place for ecotourism. Moreover, the islands have a variety of wildlife, exotic birds, and animal species. The latest inhabitants of Farasan Island are Arabs who have built several traditional villages. So we have shifted now from talking about the varied marine life and the wildlife on the Farasan Islands to consider the historic part of the region. The latest inhabitants of Farasan are Arabs who have built several traditional villages, such as the one of Al-Qasr that was restored and can be visited. It still has a palm tree oasis and is located close to a much older site, Al-Kadmi, where ancient stone structures can be found. Every year, more visitors make the journey to Farasan in order to sail. So here, we are going to talk about the activities that tourists come when they visit such areas that tourists do. Yeah. So, again, every year, more visitors make the journey to Farasan in order to sail on its clear blue seas from one desert island to another, to relax on one of its countless white beaches, to swim in its pristine waters, to admire its abundant submarine and land life, or to discover the archipelago's historical sites. The point is, your paragraph is descriptive, so you use lots of adjectives and you vary your style. Okay? You start in an amicable way, that is an informal way, dear Dave, dear friend, dear brother. Okay? You start describing. You move on from a point to another in a logical way so that you do not repeat yourself. Okay? In such a point, you can have a logically arranged piece of writing like this. This one we have here. And I'd like you to screenshot so that you can write it again on your own. So what I want to say finally is, as long as you arrange your ideas, as long as you use variety of good and powerful vocabulary, descriptive one in particular, as long as you move on in a logical arrangement, you are writing correctly, regardless, okay, of the punctuation, which is of dire importance. Yeah, you have to pay considerable, attention to your punctuation, so that your structure is powerful and your readers do not get lost while reading your letter or piece of writing. My dear students, I just want you to practice writing as much as you can, in the sense that you can copy this paragraph and then you can start writing on your own. And every time you write, remember you're going to be varied. Remember you're going to use new vocabulary. Remember your writing is going to be richer and more varied. Thank you so much, my dear students, and hopefully we meet again in forthcoming classes. See you.